Education is the foundation of the nation's progress. Through education, we can produce a generation that is knowledgeable, virtuous, and competitive. Education also opens opportunities for us to achieve our dreams and aspirations. However, education is not just about acquiring knowledge. It also involves formation of characters and noble values. In school, we learn not only subjects like mathematics, science, but also values such as cooperation, mutual respect, and responsibility. Dear friends, we are the generation that will inherit this country. Therefore, we need to prepare ourselves with sufficient knowledge and skill. Let us not neglect our studies or waste time on unproductive things. In addition, we must always strive to improve ourselves. Learn from experience, dare try new things, and do not easily give up. Remember, success does not come easily. It also requires effort and sacrifice. In conclusion, let us together make education a priority. With education, we can produce a generation With education, we can build a better future for ourselves, our family, and our country. Thank you for listening to my speech today. Thank you.
Kejauhan.
Thank you, participant number 7. So now let's invite participant number 8 to come in front.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As a reminder, the environment of this earth is a priceless gift from God. The rapid development of technology and the increase in human activities, resulting in the earth getting old and lifeless. Words of appreciation to the chairman or innovative special guests, the combination of with integrity, and the honorable members of the council. Come on, think and reflect on the meaning of my speech. Clean environment, prosperous country. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Malaysian Environmental Quality Act 1974, environment means the physical factors that surround the human life, while the Cambridge Dictionary states clean as pollution-free and prosperous nation means a society that lives in a certain area living peacefully and prosperously. The completion of clean environment, prosperous country talks about environmental care that can promise you a happy life and the progress of the country. In environment, catalysts developed countries. 66 years ago, before Jalur Gemilang fluttered majestically, nature also fought to continue living, fighting with colonial guns and destroying nature. If the defense of the environment continues, then the environment will be beautiful, along with the modernization and development achieved. Look, Malaysia jumped 5 places from 11th to 6th in the index of most attractive destinations for global foreign investors in 2016. A 35.2% increase in the arrival of Chinese tourists. Tourism sector income reached 69.1 billion ringgit. Also, Malaysia recently once again topped off the list of best Muslim holiday destinations for Muslim tourists. According to the MasterCard Crescent, rating Global Muslim Tourism Index 2022. Clearly, Malaysia provides a friendly, clean, and beautiful environment for the economic competition. Clean resources help generate huge income for the country. Ladies and gentlemen, second, a clean environment guarantees people's health. As we all know, the tsunami in Japan in 2011 quite troubled the global community. The Fukushima power plant is on fire, radioactive pollution, and the cause of damage to cells of bodies of living beings. Leukemia, sinusitis, cancer, and asthma arises because of human gluttony. Fortunately, in Malaysia, there are many people who love the environment. The recycling campaign, the 3R campaign, creates a fresh and comfortable environment, free from disasters. The people are also not alone when the government comes forward to channel aid RM 15 billion to the Green Earth program and encouraging residents to produce fresh, nutritious, and safe food for the economy. This can reduce the cost of hospital treatment. Believe me, the sustainability of nature forms a healthy Malaysian nation with a first-class mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, third, a clean environment helps improve the quality of living of the community. Mahatma Gandhi stated, "We do not inherit the environment from our ancestors. Rather, we borrow it from future generations. Therefore, take care of the environment so that all children and grandchildren can enjoy it." These words are enough to prove that the environment is a treasure hinted from ages ago to improve the quality and standard of living of the community. A preserved ecosystem will guarantee water resources needed by advanced technology and food sources. Therefore, starting in 2006, 1.6 billion is being channeled to the environmental conservation projects. June 5th, 2014, clean air regulations are enforced. Environmental policy, DASN, is implemented. As a result, Malaysia is ranked 51st in the goal of becoming a clean country, while the 9th cleanest country in Asia, according to the 2023 Environmental Performance Index EPI. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, all these things will be before I end my speech, in conclusion, the environment and the human beings are closely relatable, like fields with nails, like water and cliffs. The reality here is to keep the earth green. Therefore, come on, join hands. Let's combine our efforts. May the environment continue to become preserved. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 8, for the great speech. So let's continue with participant number 9 to deliver her speech.
Hello, testing mic. Today, I am honored to speak about a topic that is close to our heart, important for our future, and has the power to shape the destiny of every child in this room. Education. Education is more than just reading books, writing notes, or memorizing facts. Education is the key that opens doors to opportunities. It is the light that guides us through darkness and the bridge that connects dreams with reality. With education, life would be difficult and progress would be impossible. Some people believe that education only happens in school, but in reality, education is everywhere. When we help a classmate solve a problem, we are learning cooperation. When we show respect to our teachers and elders, we are learning morality. When we plant trees, save water, or protect animals, we are learning responsibility. When we help someone in need, we are learning compassion. Education teaches us that knowledge is not only in books, but also in action. It shapes our mind, it shapes our thoughts, our hearts, and our character. An educated person is not only someone who answers exam questions correctly. An educated person is someone who makes wise decisions, communicates effectively, and contributes positively to society. But education is not always easy. Success comes to those who work hard, stay determined, and never give up. Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb, once said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways of learning." Every mistake brings us closer to success if we continue to strive. Look around the world today. Technology is advancing faster than ever. Robots, artificial intelligence, coding, digital communication. These are shaping our future. If we want to be part of this exciting world, we must learn, adapt, and grow. Education gives us the skills to think critically, solve problems creatively, and become leaders who inspire changes. However, education is not just about becoming a scientist, a doctor, or an engineer. Education also makes us better human beings. It teaches kindness, humility, and respect. It reminds us that every individual, no matter their background, deserves fairness, and compassion. Education helps us understand our responsibilities to our family, our community, and our environment. A child who studies today becomes an adult who contributes tomorrow. A student who works hard becomes a citizen who builds the nation. A mind that is educated can change the lives of a family, a community, and even a country. Let us not forget the heroes behind our education, our teachers. They dedicate their time and energy to guide us correct our mistake, and encourage us to do our best. My friends, let us remember this truth. Education is a treasure that no one can steal. It follows us wherever we go and protects us when we are lost and lifts us when we fall. So let us study with patience, with purpose, and discipline. Let us read, ask questions, and explore. Because education is not just about good grades or awards, it's about education. Education is about shaping our mind, our hearts, and our character. It teaches us to be courageous, to be responsible, and to be patient. Before I conclude, let me leave you with this thought. Education is the key to our future, the light to our darkness, and the bridge. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 9. So let's continue with participant number 10 to deliver his speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and greetings, Malaysia Madani. Quoting the words of a world figure, Owen Meredith, master all books, but do not let books master you. Read to live, not live to read. A round of appreciation to the chairperson, distinguished guests, esteemed judges, and the present in this hall. Let us reflect on the theme of my speech, reading, the importance and benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the Dewan Dictionary, 4th edition, reading is defined as observing content of something written or printed attentively and understanding its meaning. Importance refers to necessities, while benefits means advantage. Therefore, in general, reading is the process of gaining knowledge by observing written content and understanding its meaning. It holds many necessities and benefits for humans. Therefore, let us listen to the ideas that I will present. Ladies and gentlemen, reading increases knowledge, strengthens intelligence, and hones talents. Today, we see that wisdom and knowledge are essential ingredients to achieve the nation's goals. We must realize that we need the recipe of intelligence which saves students to shape a path towards a developed nation. Therefore, reading can strengthen intelligence and talents to those students. Look at the brilliance of Mariam Muzami and the 4 students from SMK Agama Kuala Selangor who, in 2022, won 2 gold medals at the international level through their invention. Through reading, we can learn about new things that we did not scientific discoveries. As a result, are often exposed to ever-changing scientific research, expanding their general knowledge and making them more intelligent. Additionally, we can stay informed about current issues and developments within the country and abroad, such as economical crisis, disasters, and wars happening around the world. Therefore, we will no longer be left behind or be considered a frog under a turtle shell. Indeed, as Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad once said, if you want to ignite the fire of progress, you must light the torch of knowledge before your fight. Ladies and gentlemen, reading cultivates a society with noble character and a healthy mind. A person who practices love for reading will possess high moral values and discipline. It is a mental exercise that can prevent boredom and reduce stress. We do not want to create a prosperous nation economically, but whose people are bankrupt of noble values. Instead, we must nurture religious values and high ethics through the practice of reading. Free time filled with reading activities can prevent students from loitering without benefits. Moreover, reading can mature the mind by understanding the good and bad of certain matters. As a result, we are encouraged to think positively when assessing something. A society that loves reading will learn from moral stories, which contributes to mental and intellectual health. For instance, the first Prime Minister of Malaysia launched a campaign that required reading named the Kursi and Noble Values Campaign to produce a generation with a healthy mind and noble character. This aligns with the saying, the more filled the patty, the lower it bows, because the foundation of a nation is its values. Without values, the nation will crumble. Ladies and gentlemen, reading can strengthen language mastery and understanding in certain subjects. In this competitive era of globalization, our students must possess holistic mental acuity. Reading helps sharpen the mind by enhancing language skills, increasing mastery, and improving language usage. The daily discoveries of new terms or vocabulary understood through a dictionary can increase language proficiency. Indeed, the students' vocabulary will expand, making them more proficient in writing. There are over 2,000 languages worldwide, each containing values and knowledge that we can learn through the practice of reading. Therefore, students who read books frequently will undoubtedly achieve excellent exam results because they are knowledgeable about many facts. Furthermore, a student's thinking will become more advanced or mature when they regularly read newspapers and magazines. With extensive reading, we will become more open-minded in evaluating every aspect of life, enabling us to stand as equals with students in developed countries. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, all the benefits of reading will be truly realized when practiced well. As the saying goes, reading is the bridge to knowledge. This proves that this practice is important to all members of society, regardless of age. Thank you.
Thank you for the speech, participant number 10. So next, please welcome participant number 11 to come in front.
Imagine a running race that took place in my hometown. I stepped on the biggest mistake in my life. I had high expectations to win my 100-meter race, and I thought it would be easy to do it in front of my parents and friends. Yet, I made a lot of mistakes. I ended up in tears and pain as I tripped over and fell off. I was the last of all. It was an unforgettable experience. A very pleasant morning to the honorable judges, respected teachers, and my fellow competitors. Earlier on, I've shared a painful memory of mine with you. It was devastating, but surprisingly, it did not stop me from pursuing my goal. Here I am to deliver a speech, Courage to Fail. It plays a main role to learn successfully in our education. Education is one of the most powerful tools in life. It helps people to gain knowledge, develop skills, and build good character. Through education, we learn how to think critically, solve problems, and make wise decisions. However, having the right tools is not enough. We need courage and determination. Success takes time, effort, and perseverances. Challenges and failures may appear along the way, but courage helps us to stay calm and keep trying. There are many ways of showing courage. Courage is standing up for a friend, helping someone who is in need, or sticking to something that is hard for you to do. As a student, courage is one of the most important values you can develop. Having courage makes you a better person and a better student. Here's a quote from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Failures happen in our daily life. For example, we forget what to say during a presentation, cut your own fingers when learning to cook, or fail to tie my own hair. The list goes on and on and on. We all make mistakes. It can be heartbreaking at times. But should we stop trying? Of course not. Making mistakes is indeed scary. It is a terrible feeling or embarrassed because it makes us look foolish. Thomas Edison has a different way of defining failures. Before making the first successful light bulb, he made thousands of unsuccessful ones. It is a process of learning how to be patient during our education. My dear audience, we can never be perfect. No one can. We always aim to perform well on stage and would think that failures means the end of the world. I was one of them. I had a hard time to recover from the fact that I actually failed to do well on the field. If I had supernatural power, I wish I could travel back to the past and undo my failure. There is no use of crying over spilled milk. Let's move forward and get ourselves improved. Experience is the best teacher. I began to understand what it means as I indulged myself in the journey to become a confident runner. My previous experience helped me to realize that I need to overcome my sports fright and practice a lot to prepare myself in the field again. Education is very important. It is a passport to the future. for tomorrow, to those who belong, to those who prepared for today. Remember, it is the courage to fail which brings you up in your life. In conclusion, both education and patience are essential for success. Do you have the courage to fail and learn from your mistakes? I have. Let's learn up and don't give up. With that, I thank you and have a good day.
Thank you, participant number 11, for the amazing speech. Now, let's continue with participant number 12 to the...
Good morning to the honorable judges, respectful teachers, loyal timekeepers, and my fellow friends. I am here. Have you ever asked yourself, what do I want to be when I grow up? Well, I ask myself that question all the time, and I have an answer. My ambition is to become a doctor. Why? Because I want to help people. I want to see people smile again when they feel better. I think that doctors are like real-life superheroes. They work day and night to save lives. That's the kind of person I want to be. Another reason I want to be a doctor is because I want to help people not just in cities, but also in villages. I want to go where help is needed most and make a difference. Many of us wanted to become doctors when we grow up. But I know that becoming a doctor is not easy. It takes a lot of hard work, many years of studying, and most importantly, a heart that truly wants to help others. Have you ever wondered what it really takes to become one? Well, let me tell you step by step. First, you have to work hard in school. You have to study well in subjects like science, mathematics, and English. These subjects will help you understand the human body and how to talk to people kindly and clearly. Second, after finishing primary and secondary school, you must go to college or university and study very hard. You have to learn about the human body, the heart, the brain, the bones, everything. This is called medical school. It usually takes about 5 to 6 years to finish. Third, after medical school, you have to train in a hospital. This is called an internship. It's where you learn by doing real work with real patients with the help of senior doctors. You will learn how to treat people, how to do checkups, and how to be calm and caring. A good doctor must have a kind heart. A doctor must be patient, gentle, and always ready to help others, even during hard times. Doctors often work long hours, sometimes stay up at night, but they do it because they want to save lives. You see, ambition is not just a dream, it's also a direction. It gives us a reason to wake up each day and try our best. It tells us, don't worry. A teacher can teach hundreds of students. A scientist can make new discoveries, and an artist matters. My parents and teachers always remind me that our future depends on what we do today. So, if I want to achieve my dream, I must start now. I must be focused, honest, and kind. Sometimes people laugh at big dreams. They say, "You're just a kid. How can you change the world?" But I say, even the biggest trees were once tiny seeds. And today, I am that tiny seed. My ambition is my sunlight. My hard work is the water. And my future is the tall tree that I will grow into. Before I end my speech, I would like to say this to all of you. Never be afraid to dream big. Your ambition is your superpower. Use it wisely, work hard, be kind, and one day you will look back and smile because you did it. My ambition is my future, and my future starts today. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 2, for the speech. So next, please welcome participant number 13 to deliver her speech.
Test 1, 2, 3. Good morning to the honorable judges, precise timekeeper, respected teachers, and my fellow friends. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wished your homework could be explained? Who is always ready to answer your questions day or night? That helper is called artificial intelligence, simply AI. Today, I'm going to share with you 3 ways AI can make education better for us. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when we study, we get stuck. Maybe it's a tough maths problem or a grammar rule that just doesn't make sense. AI can help us by giving step-by-step explanations, examples, and even extra practice questions. For example, If I don't understand fractions, I can ask an AI tool to show me how to cut a pizza into equal parts. Suddenly, fractions are not just numbers. They're something I can see and imagine. AI is like having a tutor who never gets tired, never gets angry, and is always ready to explain things in a new way until we understand. Doesn't that sound helpful? Now, let's be honest. Sometimes studying can feel boring. Reading page after page of a textbook can make us sleepy. But AI can turn lessons into games, quizzes, or even interactive stories. Imagine learning history by playing a game where you travel back in time and meet famous people. Or learning English by having a conversation with an AI character who corrects your grammar politely. Suddenly, learning feels less like a chore and more like an adventure. When learning is fun, we don't just study because we have to. We study because we want to, and that makes a big difference. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, AI is not just about school. It's about our future. Even today, artificial intelligence is already making a big difference in many areas of our lives. In hospitals, AI helps doctors detect diseases like cancer earlier accurately by analyzing x-rays and scans. On farms, AI-powered drones and sensors help farmers monitor crops, predict weather changes, and use water more efficiently to produce more food. In the world of transportations, AI is used to guide self-driving cars, making roads safer and travel more efficient. It is also used in apps like Google Maps to suggest the fastest routes, or in translation tools that break language barriers. So, my friends, education using AI is about three things: making learning easier, making learning fun, and preparing us for the future. AI is not a robot teacher. It's a partner that helps us learn better. Let's imagine our classroom as a place where books, teachers, and AI all work together. With that combination, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, participant number 13 for the great speech. Now, let's hear it from our final participant for today, participant number 14, to deliver his speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and greetings, Malaysia Madani. Quoting a world figure, let us bequeath Philidor, never doubt the potential within you. Look at the butterfly. If it had doubts, it would live and die as a caterpillar. If these words are interpreted into our lives as students, the potential given by God, when honed and polished, will undoubtedly determine our future rather than be wasted. A word of appreciation to the chairperson, esteemed guests, the panel of judges with integrity, the audience, and all honorable members of the assembly. Let us reflect on my speech, co-curricular activities, a guarantee for students' future. Esteemed audience, Wikipedia states that co-curricular activities are planned activities beyond classroom teaching and learning. Guarantee means assurance, while students' future refers to the upcoming life of a student. Generally, students who excel in co-curricular activities will possess high self-quality in terms of academics, discipline, and character, thus ensuring a successful future. Therefore, I will present three main ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, first, co-curricular activities polish the intelligence and natural talents of students. Today, we see that wisdom and knowledge are essential ingredients to achieve national goals. We must realize that we need the recipe of intelligence that exists within students to mold a developed nation. Excellence in co-curricular activities can strengthen students' intelligence and talents. In other words, co-curricular activities complement the co-curriculum activities. Just look at the natural intelligence of Mariam Muzami and 4 students from SMK Agama Kuala Selangor who in 2022 won 2 gold medals at the international level for their invention. They are the country's most valuable assets in the pursuit of dreams. Students shall be active in co-curricular activities to persistently elevate their talents and intelligence. As student Dr. Mahathir Mohamad 1, esteemed audience, second, excellence in co-curricular activities produces students with noble character and competent leaders. Students involved in co-curricular activities will have high moral values and discipline to create leaders who bring national excellence. We do not want to create a prosperous nation academically but bankrupt in moral values. Instead, it needs to be nurtured with religious values and high ethics through leadership roles in co-curricular activities. Evidence of this is seen when Malaysia's 4th Prime Minister launched the Courtesy and Noble Values campaign, heavily integrated into co-curricular activities to produce generations with noble character. This is in line with the saying, the more one knows, the humbler one becomes, because the foundation of a nation is its values. If values collapse, so does the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, third, excellence in co-curricular activities enhances students' physical and mental strength. Academic excellence will be useless if not combined with physical and mental health. In this highly competitive era of globalization, our students need to possess physical fitness and strong spirit to stand equally with students from developed countries. Esteemed audience, it is crystal clear that students who excel in co-curricular activities will possess high self-quality in terms of academics, discipline, and character, aligning with the direction of competitive education on the international stage. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for all the judges for their hard work and teachers and all participants who have remained in the hall. As our prepared speech session has ended, we will now take a 10 minutes break. After the break, we will start for the impromptu session immediately. Thank you.
Later on, you and that, if the list is loaded first, later on, kita
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning, everyone. As our break has ended, I'm asking for our teachers and audience stay in this hall while all participants are required to go to the quarantine room now. For the first contestant, can you please off?
Hello. Hello everyone. Today I would like to speak about technology that we use daily. For example, when we need to do something, there is always technology right beside you to help you do something. For example, when you need to cook something, for example like rice, and like you can use the rice cooker. So it will be easier for you to cook rice. And other than that, you can use AI to do some research. Basically, when you need to do something, when you have a homework and you don't even really understand the concept actually, you can use technology as a way to help you do your homework. Other than that, technology can also help us communicating with other people that is far away. For example, when me and my grandma, we miss each other very much. We use technology, our cell phones, to call each other and wish us the best of luck. Other than that, you can use technology as a way to study. Technology right now is growing very big actually. There is always technology right beside you when you need something. There is always technology that can help you with anything. When you don't understand something, there is always technology that can help you. Other than that, technology can also help us do our daily work on a daily basis, actually. When you need to clean up your house, but you're too tired, you can use a vacuum. And when you need to do other chores, there is technology that can help you right there. Technology can help us do anything and almost everything. So technology can be our best friend. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 1 for the speech. Next, please welcome participant number 2 to deliver his speech. Participant number 2. Again, participant number 2. Please welcome participant number 2.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, participant number 2. So next, we invite participant number 3 to deliver her speech.
Good morning once again to the honorable judges, precise timekeepers, respected teachers, and all my fellow friends. Now, I will talk about technology is our best friend. Ladies and gentlemen, my first point is my first point is technology is our best friend because sorry, I don't remember, so I will skip that. For the example is
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, participant number 3. So next, we jump to participant number 5 to deliver his speech. Please welcome.
Good morning to the honorable judges, wise timekeeper, teachers, and all my dear friends. Today, I want to deliver a speech entitled Technology is Our Best Friend. Friends, why I said technology is our best friend? I have two reasons. The first one is it helps us learn better. How? If we use smartphones and laptops, we watch informational videos. We search Googles. Everything we use for information. Second is connect and create. We can create online communities such as in Facebook and TikTok. While we can connect with our far away relatives who lives far away. We can connect them and stay in touch with them. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 5. So next, please invite participant number 6 to deliver his speech.
The ceremony. A very good morning to the honorable judges, teachers, parents, and my fellow friends. Today, on this fine day, as I stand here, I would like to present a public speech about technology is our best friend. Technology can help us in Technology can help us to learning, to keep our privacy safe. We can photo to keep memory in phone or camera, and we can see it every time. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 6. So next, please welcome participant number 7 to deliver his speech.
Good morning to our judges, respected principals, teachers, and fellow friends. The topic I have chosen today is technology is our friend, is our best friend. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 7. So now we go back again to participant number 4 to deliver her speech. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum to all the honorable judges, respected teachers, timekeeper, and to all fellow friends. Today, I am standing here again to deliver my impromptu speech. Entitled, Technology is Our Best Friend. Technology is like a helpful friend, which makes our lives easier, more fun, and safer. With technology, everything is at our fingertips. Technology is also very useful for daily activities, like studying, and house chores. Technology helps us to communicate family, friends who are far away just by using our phone and messages. We can also use technology to study using AI, such as ChatGPT or Gemini AI. We can also discover online museums in Google. But there are also disadvantages of technology. If we play too much phone, then we will forget our homework, schoolwork, or house chores. So we should only use technology when we really need to. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 4. So next, please welcome participant number 8 to deliver his speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As the poet declares, each towards forward is a gentle rise towards courage. So, with these words, I'm still standing here to unravel about why technology is our best friend. Thank you once again to the event leaders, the panels of judges, and the members of the council. Assalamualaikum and greetings from a civilized Malaysia. In fact, we are talking about why technology is our best friend, inviting us to the judge about the topic why technology is our best friend because technology, if you do it right, technology can help you during many ways. So, which means I will be talking about why technology is our greatest friends. Then come live with the two main ideas that I will present. Ladies and gentlemen, my first hearing is dealt with how can technology help you do better in school? This can give added value to the progress of yourself. Learning better in school is able to help improve the quality of your grades, your reputation, and the school's reputation. It is not surprising that students who learn better from technology is able to help improve the quality of their school's reputation. For example, when you get the top scores in your class because you learned with technology, not from textbooks. Ladies and gentlemen, my second talk breaks down on how technology can help you contact family members from far away. Now, in this context, we need to realize how important it is to contact someone, and if you really miss them, it can contribute to emergencies or family events. For example, when you have a friend that's far, far away, like in another state, you can call them with apps in your phone, such as WhatsApp. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, all these things will be useless and wasteful if we cannot change our thinking patterns. We must realize that if it's not us, who else can we expect? In conclusion, we must always learn from technology and use technology in the right way to be able to move around in the human mind, to find quality ideas, to be able to compete in this borderless world. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 8. So now let's invite participant number 9 to deliver his speech.
Assalamualaikum and good morning, honorable judges, respected teachers, prize timekeeper, and my dear friends. Today, I stand here to speak about a topic that is close to our hearts. The title is Technology is Our Best Friend. Did you know why technology is our best friend? No, right? Technology helps us when we feel down. Because why? Because when we feel down or sad, we always watch videos on TikTok or Instagram to make us feel great. We use our phone to search for information that we feel impossible to reach for. It helps us when we need to do an essay or an assignment. It helps us when we feel down and uncertain about an information that our friends gives us, because our real friend doesn't really gives us the right information. They only found the information in the TikTok and didn't even do a research for it. Second, technology is our best friend because it teaches us kindness, humility, and respect. We respect our friends. We use technology as a gadget that help us understand more about the world, like what's happening in Palestine. Our friends, our family are really hungry there. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 9. Next, please welcome participant number 10 to deliver his speech. Participant number 10.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you once again to the event leader, the panel of judges, teachers, and fellow students. Today, I would like to talk about why technology is a best friend, which means technology is able to help humans in certain projects. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing that I would like to talk about is that technology can give value to the progress of the country. Technology is also able to improve the quality of development of humans. For example, people doing homework will become more. For example, it is able to help us with homework and different. Ladies and gentlemen, the second thing that I would like to talk about is that technology can help us gain knowledge by understanding its meaning. And lastly, all of these things will be wasted if we don't change our thinking patterns. Thank you.
Thank you, contestant number 10, for the speech. Next, please welcome participant number 11 to deliver his speech. Participant number 11.
Testing. A very pleasant morning to the honorable judges, precise timekeepers, respected teachers, and my fellow competitors. Today, I want to share you a title is Technology is Our Best Friend. What is technology? Technology is AI. AI helps us to do work such as cleaning, vacuuming. One day, I saw at the cafeteria, I saw robot waitress and vacuum cleaner. AI is very important. It helps us to do work. It is very important and powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 11. Now, please welcome participant number 12 to come in front. Participant number 12.
Good morning to the honorable judges, respectful teachers, loyal timekeepers, and my fellow friends once again. For now, I would like to talk about that all of us has one specific friend with one specific name. It is technology. Because to me, technology is like a best friend always ready to help. With technology, devices, we can use them sometimes to find notes, sometimes for entertainment. But remember, social life and real life needs to be balanced. Because if we use social media too much, it can distract us from real life. Remember, having a conversation with friends, meeting someone in person is always more important than likes and comments online. So, how can we balance social media and real life? Well, when we're using our devices, we can use a timer. Half of the day, we can use our devices. And the other half of the day, we study or go outside. Did you know that using technology too much can damage our brain and eyes? Because these days, I see young children with glasses. And my teacher told me that because of them, that the cause of wearing glasses is because mostly of devices, scrolling online. Entertainment and education are both important. Entertainment can both be educational and fun. Education can also be found in ChatGPT or Google Gemini. Before I end my speech, I would like to say this to all of you. Balancing things are important, just like how you balance social media life with real life. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 12. So now, please welcome participant number 13 to deliver his speech.
Good morning to the honorable judges, precise timekeeper, respected teachers, and my fellow friends. What fits in our pocket but holds many informations and knowledge? Technology. Today, I'm going to share with you 2 reasons on why technology is our best friend. The first reason is because technology helps us learn and grow. But how does technology do that? As you can see, technology holds many informations and also gives us tools to study. For instance, if a student is studying using smartphones, the student can explore many apps for studying, such as Turbolen, ChatGPT, and even watch educational videos on YouTube. The second reason of technology is our best friend is because technology connects us and builds opportunities. Technology will always be our medium of connecting with people from all over the world, no matter where you are. For example, if a student wants to do a group project
meet with each other at school. They can just install and use mediums and apps such as WhatsApp, WeChat, and Google Meet. With that, they not only can discuss the topic, but they can also do the project with interactive tools and ask ChatGPT. In conclusion, technology is more than just something for entertainment. It's something that holds knowledge. It gives our knowledge and improves our thinking. It also gives us leadership qualities and many more. That is all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, participant number 13. Now let's hear it from our last contestant for today, participant number 14. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day. Once again, I stand here to deliver an impromptu speech entitled Technology is Our Best Friend. Overall, technology is our best friend means we always see technologies outside and inside homes of peoples. The first point I would like to discuss is telephone. Well, telephone is just like small technology, but it's also recommended to help people communicate from outside country to another people to like inside country. Like if you communicate on Malaysia to your friend on UK, for example. Okay, the second point I would like to discuss is television. Well, television is a big screen of like that costs about 2,000 ringgit. It's also recommended also, used to like, for example, when you live on British on a flat land where always there's tornado, when it's close nearby, it just alerts you when there's a danger or earthquake also, and also it's also useful to know. Okay, in conclusion, people also appreciate the technologies today because it's also useful and also very, very advanced. It's also recommended to save your life in an instant. And thank you.
Okay, thank you for participant 14. So that's the end of our competition for public speaking for Carnival Pembangunan Potensi Tingkatkan Prestasi 2025. Thank you.
Mengumumkan ketibaan Puan Bareja binti Muhammad Kahar, Pegawai Pendidikan Daerah Ranau, sudah pun berada di sini yang lalu, hampir 3 jam yang lalu, pukul 9.30, pukul 9.40 lebih begitulah. Tanya dan terima kasih yang tidak terhingga kepada Puan PPD Daerah Ranau kerana sanggup duduk bersama-sama kita di Dewan pada kali ini. Terima kasih Puan. Jadi kita akan rehat sekejap untuk memberi ruang kepada PPD untuk berehat sekejap selepas dia menonton public speaking sebentar tadi. Jadi kita akan mulakan acara peresmian.
Pada pukul live nih, live. Oke.
11.34 sekarang kan. Dalam pukul 11.50 lah kita akan settle untuk peresmian. Tapi sehingga ataupun kita tengok hakim-hakim siaplah juga dorong punya pemarkahan, kerjalah macam tu. Jadi mohon kepada cego-cego dari setiap daerah, kita sama-sama duduk di dewan ini nanti ya. Untuk makluman, kita ada sijil yang ditandatangani oleh guru besar. Walau bagaimanapun sijil-sijil tersebut, sijil-sijil yang bakal ditandatangani oleh Jabatan Pendidikan Negeri Sabah akan kita dapat selepas sahaja laporan aktiviti peringkat negeri kita laksanakan atau diluluskan oleh JPN. Baru walau bagaimanapun sijil tersebut kami akan bagi dalam bentuk digital untuk makluman semualah. Tapi sijil untuk kali ini, sijil yang ditandatangani oleh guru besar kami boleh dibawa, boleh ambil dan bawa terus lah sijil tersebut. Jadi kita akan mula selepas PPD
berehat.
Boleh kasih turun pentas.
Sekarang kapan nanti kan?